Video games make you smart. So, way back when I was in high school, I struggled with grades. I never flunked anything, but I always became a deer in the headlights when I came across information I didn't know. History was one of those areas for me, not because it was difficult, but because I had a very hard time visualizing events and when they happened. Right before the end of my first 10th grade semester, though, there was a midterm that I absolutely needed to pass. And to my luck, the entire unit was on World War II. Luckily for me, Call of Duty World at War had just come out. Since I played that game so much, I got the highest score and miraculously passed the entire class with flying colors. Now, Call of Duty World at War did much more than just inform me who the Allies were versus who the Axis powers were, or how the Russians made their way into Berlin. It helped me appreciate what the real heroes of the war did. I was living in the world that they lived in from the comfort of my bedroom. These feelings only strengthened later on when Call of Duty World War II came out. Now, because of these games, I walked away feeling more informed and appreciative of what happened during the war. Even a part of me feels a little sad that some kids out there will never get to experience hoisting their nation's flag after an encumbering battle, or fighting alongside George Washington himself, or discovering the palace where Odysseus supposedly protected Penelope from the malicious suitors. For history and literature, these are not just facts, they are lived experiences. When I read about Norse gods, I often imagine Kratos from God of War traveling to realms beyond Midgard with Atreus. When I read about the Renaissance, I visualize Ezio Auditore traversing through Florence and Rome. Now, I'm not saying that video games cannot pose some problems. I think a video game gives us this artificial sensation of accomplishment. Like, you might feel on top of the world after defeating that hard boss in Elden Ring, when in reality you haven't gotten off the couch in 6 hours. But for those who chose to seek out games that encourage growth and intellectual stimulation, you can absorb knowledge about the pantheons of the Greeks and Vikings. You can learn pretty much about any conflict from the Roman conquest of Egypt to the Cold War, and essentially live what others only get to do in dusty old textbooks. Now, the poet John Keats said something that I feel really encapsulates the lesson of this message. He said that he was certain of nothing but the holiness of the heart's affections and the truth of imagination. Because when we imagine the games that we're playing, they don't just become an imagined thing, they don't just become a fantasy, they become real, they become facts. And that's what I think. But I want to know what you think. Did wisdom from a video game ever help you in a clutch moment? Or do you feel video games are dissolving our brain? Let me know, and if this is your kind of thing, hit subscribe and ring that bell, and we'll make more content coming your way. Thank you.